Welcome back to the channel. Today's topic, going to try to make this video short and sweet. I don't think there's too much to talk about it, but it's my experiences with fitness and the behaviors I see when it comes to dating and how people treat you, but also maybe some downsides of it and setting expectations to what it is. Because it's not like, oh, you're going to work out and suddenly your life just is a complete 180 and people treat you differently. But I think it's more beneficial for you to even try it and see what can happen, because what's the alternative? You don't work out, you don't work on yourself, and you sacrifice the self confidence, um, your self esteem, things that are very tangible that just improve your life overall, regardless of the dating aspect and romance and relationships and overall well being, right? You're going to willing to sacrifice all those things. More young people nowadays are working out more than ever. And I see through my Gold's Gym, a lot of people are in the gym. A lot of people want to work on themselves. And I think it's a good indicator to someone that, hey, you have the discipline, you want to take the time out of your day to work on yourself. That's not easy, especially now with so many distractions nowadays. You could totally mail it in and sit at home and just watch TV shows, games all day, just completely phone it in and really not give a shit about anything. So at least when I'm in the gym and I see people, especially in this case, women, that I'm like, wow, she's in great shape. Like, that must have taken so much effort and time. Like, that is not easy to get a figure like that. I can respect that a lot out of someone. And that's even before they open their mouth and like I get to know them. I've only done one approach in the gym and it went all right. It didn't lead anywhere, but I want to try to do more of those if the opportunity presents itself, because I frequent that gym at least 4 times a week lately in my new workout plan, and I don't want to blow it up if things go bad, but half the time I see like just stunners in there that I'm like, wow, I want to get to know them, or at least, introduce myself and say hi, and not even go for a phone number off the rip, but at least have some sort of community there and like meet people, because my day to day, I'm not really meeting any new people as much. I have my job and I can kind of meet people there, but most of it is work from home. And we have an in-office day like once a month that's mandatory, but the expectation's like once a week. Most of my team, they live like an hour away from the job, and I'm about 20 minutes, and if they're not there, I'm not going to bother showing up. It's boring and I can do the work at home, or even better. What's the point? But I had a recent in-office day with my friend wanted me to come in, and we had some great food there, and ended up being a pretty good in-office day. So I like them a little bit more as I get older, but at first I was like, oh, I want to be fully remote. Screw this. I never want to be in the office. Da 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 da. And but now with fitness and cutting out alcohol and going completely sober from weed, I can safely say that has helped me not be as anxious going to the office. And I have to thank fitness for that. Because without fitness and weightlifting and just the whole culture with that and trying to improve on oneself, I feel like I would be pretty lost. Because without that, it's either this going on with the YouTube video, my job, and that's it. So without me moving my body and at least trying to get the chatter out of my brain, the negativity, who knows, like lifting weights and doing cardio and just moving your body does substantial things that are hard to put into words, with how it can, change your outlook on life in very substantial ways that I think everyone should give a shot and even make it part of their lifestyle. It's a great hobby. It's always exciting what Like, how far can you get this body that you're currently in? I always remind myself that the one thought that a sick person is on their mind is getting better. That's it. That's the only desire they have in their mind at the moment is getting better. Whenever I'm sick, all I'm focused on is getting back on my feet and doing the things that I want to. But when I'm healthy, I forget that and start worrying about like finances, romance, just stuff that is kind of silly in the grand scheme of my life that I'm so young. And half the time I want to smack myself in the face and like come snap and come back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity on some Eminem shit. But jokes aside, I don't think I even be sitting here talking without fitness and the things I've learned from it and how it's just built me as a person, literally and figuratively. And it'd be cool if we can, if all of society, especially in America, we're the fattest country ever. Just sorry sacks of shit, lazy, overweight, entitled, rude, disconnected. All these things I think about while living in the States. And it's interesting to think if I lived in another country or culture where people are a little more fit and care about taking better care of their bodies more, how that would look. And I've had thoughts about traveling and such. And the people who commit and meet in fitness and overall health is an exciting thought to me. And more people should try it out and see what rewards or experiences you reap from it. Because I can fully, confidently say that you will be better off with fitness than where you used to be. Guaranteed. And if not, it's probably for other factors in your life, but you'll never sit down and be like, man, I regret all those weights I lifted, all those hard times I pushed through with music to do some cardio I hated doing, or anything in your life that causes some resistance. Building that discipline and mental endurance through the gym is invaluable. So, gonna nip it there. Not really too much else to talk about that I feel like I want to talk about. So, y'all have a good rest of your day. Spring is in bloom today. I always love the backyard here for just the ambiance and lighting here, and it just makes talking a little bit easier. So, as always, thanks for watching. Peace, and have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. I appreciate it a bunch.